Oh.
Just for you. Hey.
Oh.
Woo. With a dab of ranch, with a dab of ranch, with a dab of ranch, we can make it happen. Ooh. Oh. Get your rest neck, we can make it snappy, snappy. Ooh. Get your rest neck with a dab of ranch. Get your rest neck with a dab of ranch. Get your rest neck with a dab of ranch. Get your rest neck with a dab of ranch. With a dab.
Look, yo, Lane L Kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, read that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. I have not. Look, man, we'll get into rap snacks in just a minute.
Right.
But
I got a story.
I'm joined with the wonderful, amazing Marqueeda LaStar.
Yeah, awesome time.
Man, yo,
man,
look.
we got see, we're gonna roll out. We're gonna do it like a full. Like you guys, you're gonna have to stay to the end to hear the whole song.
Cause we got the whole song. We gonna play the whole song. We gonna rock out to the whole song at the end.
Yeah.
But rap snacks is
a
real thing. I never knew rap snacks was real, but it's real. and straight up, look, guys. Right now, thank you for checking us out. You are chilling with Loungin. We are running down Twitter topics, crazy news, and all that jazz, especially representing that culture. But right now, make sure that you hit that like button, share this out to your friends, and tweet Rap Snacks.
And tweet let them know we need a sponsor.
Let them know sponsor us, because we the first people that done put their song on a live stream. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure no one else is putting Rap Snacks.
Searching. I didn't see anything.
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we're the only ones out here.
Oh man, but it has been a good and bad and crazy week. But we were going to start off with, of course, you've seen it on the thumbnail. Of course, Aretha Franklin has passed. She, at first, it seemed like she was just going to be like in hospice or something like that.
Right. Well, what it turns out is that the original announcement several years back about her having
pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic cancer was true. Even though her family and she went to great lengths
to try to kind of keep it on the low.
Keep it on the low, keep it under wraps. You know, people. I feel that when you're going through illness, you that's a very intimate. That's very
you don't want to be all up in your business.
Exactly, and people they want to lend their support, but they don't understand how vulnerable that makes you feel. And you just want time alone with your family and your loved ones. Deal with it.
True.
So so turns out that's what eventually happened last Thursday, I believe. She lost her battle with cancer, and so she passed. And we're all mourning, sharing our favorite songs.
Yeah.
And sometime during that time during the weekend, with MTV Awards coming up, MTV announces that they will be doing a tribute, and this is key. This is key. Why? Because later, when they give us the tribute, it's like you didn't have to tell us about that. I wouldn't announce that.
Like,
I wouldn't let anybody know about that.
All right, now, so I will say this about MTV. You're in a tight spot because Aretha Franklin was never really MTV. But MTV does stand for music television, and with Aretha Franklin being such a large part of music, they couldn't ignore it, you know what I'm saying? But what they did, and we'll get into it a little bit, we ain't gonna give this chick too much shine, but we just want to say...
we actually want to use the event not so much to highlight what was done by MTV, we want to call out behavior, and I think that's what we're going to start doing, where you have these legacy mainstream media companies, and MTV is legacy. Yeah, they are not the voice of the youth anymore.
They're not new.
Everybody who was the hey thing on there, they got grandbabies. So it is what it is.
Oh man.
And so what we wanted to highlight is a practice that is becoming increasingly common, where these mainstream legacy media, just mainstream outlets, do something very offensive, because there was nothing. It was a non-tribute for one. You can't call it a tribute. It's more like they mentioned Aretha Franklin to get your attention, then want to literally shit upon her so they can get you all worked up. So you go and you read about the non-tribute.
Yeah, you watch it, you share the video.
You click, you share, you like. All of this is giving them money, giving them buzz, giving them something that is of currency and worth. and that's what we gotta get away
because
from.
a lot of times they're not as relevant as they want to be.
They're definitely not. Neither is Madonna. That's why.
Yo, Madonna.
I have to point out that she is tapped for like every tribute to every black great legend in the last 5-6
and
years.
she is neither.
Like I said, starting with Michael, so it's even further back than that.
Yeah,
it's like almost
she is
10
neither
years.
black nor great.
She's not black. I mean, she has her own icon. She has her own thing, but her relevancy to these stars that they always pull her out is minor. She doesn't even have relations. Like when they pulled her out from Michael,
she's not on Mike's level. She's not on Prince's level.
She can't dance like Mike. She can't sing on his level. Other than saying, I knew him as a part of a long line of people saying they know him. There's no point to have her come out. Then you have her just straight out embarrass herself with Prince's tribute.
Man.
And I was like, anything to stay in the limelight just 5 more seconds. I tell you, limelight is a drug.
It's because
that's a hell of a drug.
She's their one. Mm-hmm. She's their icon.
Maybe that's.
But like when you look at it from our perspective, especially when you're talking about black stars. When we look at Madonna, we're like, oh, okay, yeah, she hit it big, like, way back, the whole, like,
I'm not going to diminish her star. And she's also been a foul of culture for the last couple of years because she's been doing such outlandish stuff.
Because, like, when you look at her compared to the other, icons, she hasn't produced like they have. Mm-hmm. Like, she had that one breakout where she was, like, the image of like a virgin, and then even on to the second.
I feel like she's solidified. If you're talking about pop princess, I think Madonna. Madonna gave us pops. She gave us looks. She really invented her look. She pushed boundaries. She also appropriated a lot. A lot of stuff that she was
after
bringing.
Around mid-90s, she hasn't really done anything.
Exactly. And when your star declines, we were having a conversation before we got on camera about this, where you don't have to remain at the top. I'm gonna get to you guys in the comments in a second.
Yeah, and thanks for hitting us up in the comments.
Exactly. You don't have to remain at the top to be a viable artist. And it's almost just like, if I'm not at the top, if people aren't constantly talking, but then they want to sit and pretend like they don't want to be talked about all the time. But I feel like, again, it's like a drug at this point.
Yeah.
And that, because we have other rappers, other artists we have in mind who are following the same pattern of, it's not enough to be a viable artist. It's not enough to have a strong
I have to be popular too.
I have to be popular. I have to be mainstream. Everybody has to talk to me. My album has to go #1.
Yeah, we gonna go there. We gonna get there.
And we're not happy. And so my thing is, we can't fall for the trap that they were setting. And a lot of people are doing this. I've been saying this forever. Like we can talk about it, but we gotta get on our subtweet game. Yeah. You can't link them.
Don't
you
link
can't
them.
Hashtag
Just
them.
take a screenshot and that's
Screenshot of articles.
Yeah.
If you want to share something, like if somebody wants to take one for the team and then cycle that around, like take screenshots
and
share
that. Don't link people.
Don't link nothing.
Don't even link to the original author. Don't give none of them folks credit. Because it's like, yo, we need to start smoldering this fire.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And let them know that was like, that our pain is not there for them to profit off of. And that's what they're more or less doing. It's really disgusting and low and petty what people will do to make $1. But that's how we live it, family. That's what we do.
Unfortunately. But as far as Aretha Franklin is concerned, we love Aretha Franklin. So such a long career and never ended up in any crazy drama either. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course there was always the rumor between her and Patty, but nothing like she was in jail or nothing drunk driving or no craziness.
What? I don't think we even need to get on there, to be honest, because the Queen of Soul was the Queen of Soul. She was a legend.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying it's even better that she never got in any mess.
And I think that's something that we only talk about black stars.
No, I say that about white stars too.
You say that about white stars.
Oh well, okay, as a society, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, okay.
In that sense, yes.
So I'll drop that. She's the Queen of Soul. Then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, deal. She was great. She demanded respect from people.
Yeah.
She was
that RESPE.
Yeah.
CT.
Exactly, and I feel like she was just gangster about her business and about being respect. I've seen a lot of clips of her throwing shade, and it was all justifiably so.
Yeah, it wasn't, but it was never really. Like she threw shade, but it was never to a point where it was maybe disrespectful isn't the term, but it's never like she wasn't like going DMX on cats.
Yeah.
Like she was still classy with it, but she was just like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Back
Sometimes she was a bit savage. She does sneak attacks for real. So we got Alan Lewis. He's like, hello.
Oh, what up, Alan Lewis?
Thank you for retweeting his review.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'll check that out later. I got that in my watch later. So
Alan is cold-blooded. He's like, Chucky's bride disrespected Aretha Franklin with that tribute.
Check it. What was she wearing? I'm not even gonna say her name no more.
Ooh, they was
she was wearing.
Chucky bride. Oh man.
She was looking like the homeliest.
Somebody
Woodstock,
called her 20. No, she called them
61 Savage.
Keith did it.
Oh, Keith, yo.
Keith. And he's like, when you too old to be appropriating, like she pretty much wore everything she had collected over the years.
Stop trying. Like when I saw her, I was just like, stop trying. Stop. Like just sit down.
Right. I agree. And he also said that she's a culture vulture. That's true. As much as I liked me some Madonna back in the day, I was amazed at all the stuff she kind of.
And see that stuff hurts your legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That stuff makes people look back.
Because everybody's like, oh, she reinvents her. I remember being younger, and I was talking about why Madonna is still relevant today, and she's outlasting all the rest, and all her competition is because she constantly reinvents herself. And what she really was doing was discovering somebody else's shit.
She was taking someone else's sound.
Yeah.
And because she already had the name,
it's like a great thing.
Jumping on it.
She's super famed for Vogue, right?
Yeah.
We all know Vogue comes from the gay ballroom scene. Now, it's great that she did pay, I forget how she paid to travel with her and stuff like that, but once it was done, and she moved on with her life and stuff. Fox Two Socks says that she's also not on the same level as the people she tries to latch herself onto.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she ain't on that level.
And then he laughs at Aretha Franklin's comment about beautiful gowns when I forget the journalist that was interviewing Aretha Franklin, and he pretty much wanted to get her take on like current music from pop to rap to R&B.
She was like, I ain't feeling it.
And so when he got to Taylor Swift, she was like, beautiful gowns, and I agree. I said the same thing. I said if Taylor Swift was a model and not a singer or songwriter, I'd be 100% behind that. She's a beautiful lady.
I'm done with Taylor after she did that Earth, Wind, and Fire joint. I'm done. I'm complete. I already had like 1% care about Taylor Swift.
See, I've
and
never
she lost
cared.
that 1%.
She'll lose nothing with me because I was like, nah. I've never been. I'm like, I don't understand the appeal. Other than she's pretty.
She's a pretty white girl, and she got a whole bunch of little white girls that want to be her. That's maybe white women that want to be her too.
I have nobody. I mean,
maybe she got a lot of thirst people. Maybe
exactly.
There's like a lot of white dudes like following her.
Her music is mad mediocre, and it kills me that she's in the league of like Beyonce when it comes to sales and awards.
Well, you know that's how it's going to be because they're going to give her the shine.
She was loading it for herself, stacking it for herself because she was going under country, and I feel like a lot of country people were upset about that because that's how she got her. Because
I remember when she first came out, I remember a lot of country people being like,
no,
she's not really country.
Yeah, I remember that too.
She was pop artist.
Exactly, and that because if she had to compete, because Britney Spears and stuff like that was still on the. If she had to compete with Britney Spears in pop,
you're right.
We would not be talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Literally
whoever her agent or manager was, they hooked that joint up.
Exactly.
They knew what to do.
Stacked the deck for her, and I was like, girl, live your best life, I guess, but
Don't expect me to celebrate anytime soon.
I was like, it's a good money move, like good for you. Make your money. It's sometimes my problem is the award part. It's like, okay, you gonna give that lukewarm.
Yo, Thought Crimes early today was live streaming talking about how the VMAs just give people awards just to give them. You almost
thinking they paying for this.
It's like, this joint is the most participation trophy having Like anyway, we ain't gonna mess with that.
Yeah,
we ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time for
because there was someone at the VMAs. You know what I'm saying? She be a little angry as of late. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
she
yeah.
dropped a new jam, and it didn't go number one.
You know you got number 2 though. You good, sis.
Yeah, you know what I'm
you
saying?
can't always have number. And again, this
Or
number
just
one.
looking at how they do with movies.
Right.
This is the number one action film.
There you go. You the number one.
You were the number one
female rapper.
hip hop rapper from New York.
There you go.
See,
you just gotta frame it.
Change the words.
It, you know, stay positive, girl. Because these rants ain't cute online. You know, I can see that.
The only thing I can see is maybe Nicki's trying to get some love for her podcast, maybe. Mm-hmm. But then also, like we were talking a little bit before the show, like Nicki has had the push of the whole industry. She's always had that at the very beginning.
Everybody was really for
Nicki. They wanted Nicki. Nicki essentially kind of let's say she took the look of Little Kim.
She so did.
And took the style of
around it.
When it comes to style, I feel like she took Missy and Busta and tried to put them together in her style. Mm-hmm. And then she took the look of Lil' Kim. Mm-hmm. And the whole industry pushed her. Mm-hmm. So I can see where she feels bad.
We're all influenced, so I'm not even knocking her, like, because I feel like she mixed it all together, and especially at the beginning, you got an original mix. Like I love My Chick Bad. I love that feature she has on My Chick Bad in the video when she's all in the what's it called, those
straight jacket or whatever.
Jackets. It was I was into it.
So she, I feel like this is because she's gone from having the whole industry behind her to now the industry ain't pushing for her no more. I think the industry has
at this point
stopped. No, I don't think they're trying to hurt her.
Nobody's trying to hurt her. Maybe.
I mean, she did say some
We're
people.
Not insiders.
She has said that people have been paid to talk bad about her. So maybe.
Well, she also said that I remember seeing this myself on earlier today. She talked about how Spotify had Drake on every playlist. And because she paid 10 minutes, I guess, of her album on Queen Radio, they wanted to teach her a lesson, and she didn't get the same push. I said, well, that's true. She wasn't on every place, and I saw Drake everywhere.
Now, I will say this. You know the game, Nicki. If you're going to be giving exclusives to your own stuff, Spotify might respond in kind. But I will say this. It's better to have your own than to be worried about Spotify.
I feel that one.
It's better to have your own. Now I know you might not get the popularity,
right?
But at least you own what's on your channel. You know what I'm saying? You own the Queen radio stuff.
For that mix of Mitzi and also, Alan Lewis was like video of the year winner. Was a joke. I felt that too.
Yo, video of the year should have been easily This Is America.
I was
yo,
like, what's her name?
This Is America. Camille Caballero.
Caballero.
Cabello.
No, Caballero. You got it right. The first time. You got it the first time. I know Tiffany had it messed up.
Yeah.
She slaughtered that woman's name.
Look,
I was like, dang.
Camille. All right, y'all lean in.
Camilla.
Camilla.
She whack. She can't dance. She can't dance. Was that her? What was her song? I can't remember what her song was. Wait a minute. Was she her? I don't want to say
Wait.
Is it the Havana song?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. They wore that song out. They were like, you gonna like this song.
The song is not only worn out, but the song is woe out. All right? I'm just keeping it real with you.
Cabello.
But you know what? I'm not. We ain't here. I'm not here to salt that girl name. She know the tawdry style she rolling with.
About it. That's so messed up.
So
it would be Fox News that did it too.
Fox News stay whack. They stay whack. So you know what I'm saying? Camilla, she whack too. But I mean, she ain't never did nothing to me. I'm just saying that her skills ain't up to par. The girl can't dance. She was trying to walk around.
The video of the year though, what was so superb about this video?
Her video is straight up snooze-tastic. Like Man, look, I ain't even gonna get her no more time because her video's whack, and there's no reason she should have ever be. There's nothing she's done that has surpassed Donald Glover, whether it's writing, whether it's TV, whether it's music. And I'm not even the biggest Donald Glover fan, but guess
if you
what?
were just going on videos.
There's nothing she's done in her current album that's better than his last album. Man, don't get me started, man. Y'all know Childish can't be no sweet, but we got some other news. We got some serious news to talk about. Right. You know, we got Nicki out the way. Nicki, she gonna be alright, but you know there might be an industry push against.
Coming after people because then she come after people and then they fade her and then she gonna be like, oh no, how you just come after me like that? Well, you gotta stop starting stuff if you can't finish it.
I think she's feeling that Azalea Banks style. But
let's hope not, because I was rooting for Azalea Banks. Azalea Banks, for people who don't know,
she's got some good stuff.
She's my problematic fave. I know she's problematic. Don't at me. I know.
She knows. She understands.
I know. I don't, condone anything she does. It's just the girl got boxed. And I wanted to relive the 90s, and I was this close. and so I was rooting for her because I was like, the girl she can actually sing and rap. Nicki ain't got nothing. I'm gonna be real. Nicki's like with her vocal coach like all day, every day.
Yo, Nicki need to stop singing for the rest of her life. I don't want Nicki to sing the ABCs, son. Like straight up.
No, I would like to be fair. I feel like she's shown a lot of growth because she does sing on Queen. And she's on a lot of one. But remember when you see right Through Me?
All right, yeah.
That was rough. That was rough.
But we digress.
Come on, don't get into her deflated butt.
Oh man!
Like,
shout out to K Smith. Shout out to Fox 2 Socks. But there's her deflated butt though. Oh man, come on. Yeah. Look.
Fox 2 Socks is with me. She's that's he or she. I don't know which gender you are, but that's their fave too.
All right, so. There is some more serious news that has dropped that I want to jump into. Well, we've kind of known that let's say the Catholic Church has had a bumpy road when it comes to the law and pedophilia. Right. So.
My goodness. Why are we tiptoeing into this?
So there was a grand jury that came out and was like, look, for 70 years. And somewhere in Pennsylvania, they found 70 years. There's some priests that have like over 300 priests have abused over 1,000 kids, and not only have none of these priests seen time, but all they did is just shuffle the deck whenever they got in trouble. So of course, people are like, well, we should at least release their names. Even the grand jury was like, yo, we should release their names so that they could be put on, sex offender lists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Guess what? They were told that no, those names would not be added to the list. Those names would be redacted or whatever. And that goes to show all of us the power of the Vatican. Because the Vatican was quiet for a couple of days and then came out and was like, yeah, this stuff is bad, y'all. Stuff is bad. They ain't never say what they was gonna do,
or anything,
or if anything.
I saw a think piece on today that I kind of like this take because a woman sacrificed she had potential to have a huge career, and people always say, well, why don't you say something earlier? Because I think when we were talking about the Me Too and the Weinsteins, and people were like, why don't they say something earlier? They just gonna ride it through. And I said, well, you have to make a choice. You gotta make a choice if you want that, if you want to get to a place that maybe you can help somebody.
Yeah, could kind of like be one-to-one with that. Yeah,
where you can actually do something about it, or do you want to say something when you're down here and they can say,
and you just get silenced,
and they just kick you off. And so, I forget her, Sinead O'Connor.
Okay.
If you mentioned Nothing Compares to You, singer of fame of the early 90s. why her career didn't go anywhere, why it was quickly put to an end, is that she did a performance on Saturday Night Live of Nothing Compares to You. And at the end of that performance, she takes a picture of a John Pope III, I believe, which was one of the most popular poets.
Yeah, John Pope III was like he was the Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
of all
I think
popes.
they actually made him a saint.
Oh,
yeah, that's how popular he was, and which should tell you that.
Don't get us started.
Yeah,
no.
And she tears up the picture of him because she wanted to protest what was happening. Oh, did I get that wrong? I think it's not the third.
I think it's John Paul III.
John Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, John Paul.
Yeah, John Paul III, I believe.
Yeah.
But that's and
that's what she was protesting when she tore the picture up. But nobody had time for that. They were like, "How dare you?"
Yeah.
And even if they weren't exactly Catholic, they were Christian. They're like, "You anti," which is she's Irish. So the Catholic country. Yeah. So for her to do that is a huge thing. It's not like this woman was not of the faith or anything like that. So this is her faith she was criticizing, and it ended her career. And so they wrote, I believe it was an outlet from Ireland saying, we need to apologize to O'Connor because
she's not making this up.
And she wasn't making it up. It's been going on for years, decades.
For the people that are just tuning in, if you're young, this is not the first report that has come out about the Catholic Church, at least in America.
Right.
I can't speak about Spain and Germany or whatever.
There was another one that was really big.
because the movie about the Boston Globe or whatever, that movie that came out
I think that's
last year, year
that
before.
They were talking about breaking out.
So that was like the first big time. And then there was another time during like the mid '90s where that stuff with John Paul that came up.
It's the second.
Second. Second.
I need to get that
John
right.
Paul
I was looking at
II.
it's Pope John Paul II.
Cool. So sorry, no diss to the third.
Yeah, I did not want to disrespect anybody's
we don't know about
religion.
the third.
It's not about disrespecting because we've talked about that too. It's holding people accountable, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your station is here in the world. These are still people. They're still human. Yeah. And so their ability to do misdeeds does not vanish because they become a part of the church.
Now,
you know that.
I got a question for everybody in the chat, and I'm pretty sure I'll get mad flat for this, but it's my show, so I'll say what I want. When or how long should it be before the government, at least in America, reconsiders its position and its relationship with the Catholic Church due to all of this evidence that we've been finding? When it comes to other things, considering the U.S. government, they are quick to jump on it, especially people that look like this. When it comes to people that look like this, they are quick to say, well, they're all like that. Well, we've had a pretty good amount of information and investigation. So when are we going to say they're all like that? Or when are we at least going to put some safeguards in or check, or maybe do a spot check or find when? I think it's a fair assessment to be like, we've got enough information now to be like, hey, guys, we can't just let y'all run around.
I'm so tired.
All right, let me ask this, and this is being honest. This is not trying to throw shade, because I don't know if you're Catholic, you're not, whatever. And honestly, I don't care. My question is this: if Catholicism was not as old as it is, as old as Christianity, Islam, all that. If it wasn't that old, would it not be considered a cult? Because of the way children are being abused, or is that because at the level of because we don't see, or we haven't seen this information from like the Nation of Islam, or we haven't seen it from like churches or something, but we continually see this every 5 to 7 years. We see another report about Catholic priests, and it's like,
I think there's a lot of things going on
because these are kids that grow up to screwed up adults.
Right. I understand like that double standard of if it's a particular hue. Like I have have a meme somewhere, and they have like the same crime, and depending on, they have the dark hues here.
Oh,
it's a terrorist,
it shows.
it's a terrorist, and then these up here. You know, you've seen that meme 50 million times with what's it, Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
And like so if you're darker, it's this. If you're lighter, it's that.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot with I think Fox Two Socks was saying that people have always known, comedians have been making jokes about it for decades.
Yeah.
That's very true. And it's so much known until it's seeped into the pop culture. We're always making jokes about it. We're always hinting at it.
Yeah,
it's not like this
when
stuff
is it, when
but
do we
I don't think you
fix
need,
it or try
you
to
need
fix
to
it?
attack it with like stereotypes. You just need to fix it. and bring people to justice and start creating a culture that allows people to say, hey, I was touched in this way, what you gonna do about it? And then they go, we definitely gonna do something about it. You know, we're gonna arrest him, we're gonna prosecute him, and then we're gonna throw away the the key and stuff like that.
Because having these names redacted,
because I feel like that would if they had to have their names out there, if there was consequences.
Yeah, because it seems like with no consequences coming to these men and or women, but no, men because they're all priests. So none of these consequences coming to these men. And then you got to wonder, how powerful is the Vatican, and should we not
I think this
look
is
back
not just
because,
the Vatican, because there's countries
people
where
waiting
they
on pins and
operate
needles for them to say something.
Well, I get that, but at the same time, the Vatican is, while it's strong, it has great influence in other countries. You're talking about a whole bunch of people in Pennsylvania.
True,
and
but
so,
this is just there. We know that. We don't know. We're taking a guess that other states could
happened
be just
somewhere else. I wish we could remember more details about when that happened. I remember
the first one was in Boston. That's where they did the movie from the Spotlight. Spotlight was the movie where it was going on in Boston.
Right. Exactly.
This is a grand jury on what was going on in Pennsylvania. So maybe this is like a Northeast thing. I'm not sure, but. With over 1,000 kids being abused, we gotta do something, guys.
Well, we do, but this is the. I'm about to say it. It's all part of Me Too, people. Like that. This is rape culture.
Somebody using their power to
It's
and then using their power structure to keep them quiet.
Exactly. It's like, I'm using my authority over you, and that authority. This type of authority exists with all children.
And this might be the worst because you're using God over a child.
Right.
So you're not like using like a job against. And
then you're a trusted adult. You're an adult that your parents say you better respect. There's layers to my authority. And then if this child has been in church all their life, depending on their age, then they have a fear of their parents, God, and community in them by the time this person is taking.
And then they've already seen what happens if you say anything. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
They just shuffle the deck.
And they shuffle the deck, and then they put you at great risk because everybody can't choose side eyes. It's that whole blaming
you're the problem.
Again, that's rape culture, where you blame the victim instead of fixing the problem and blaming the person who's actually hurting them. So that's the problem. And until we fix that, it will happen. It will happen everywhere. I'm just like you. I'm like, these are children.
Yeah, because when you start thinking about that over 1,000 children, you're like,
just ruining people's lives.
It's like, yo, this is serious. Because some people can go through trauma and they might make it back and be able to function. But let's say even if half of them could, and then half of that, so quarter of them ended up committing suicide because they just couldn't deal with it. You know, you're talking about serious consequences for people that are just kind of like walking around scot-free and getting transferred somewhere else. So that's something, kind of serious. I figured drop some serious stuff right in the middle for you guys because, I don't know how to solve it. And I know there's a separation from church and state. So it's not like
unfortunately blurs a lot.
It does,
especially on the religious people's side, because they're always trying to get rid of it. And they're like, no, you don't understand. That protects y'all as much as it protects us. It's like, because if you open that door, our Constitution allows for any religion, and then it can get messy. You want the separation, but they don't seem to realize that until it's too late. Because that reminds me of this article where I think it's in it's in Arkansas, where they have a Church of Satan statue
Wow.
on the Capitol now because they applied for it because
Wow.
so somebody pushed what they originally pushed for was to put the Ten Commandments. So the Ten Commandments is there, but so is this statue from the Church of Satan because you opened that door.
True. Yeah.
Forgetting like all religions have to be, and so that was my thing about the cult part. I was like, we don't have to give this another dirty. We don't have to make cults. Well, cults typically are a dirty name, but cults, I think. But you can have bad behavior in the most well-meaning.
Well, no,
religions.
what I mean is
and
like
there's a lot
if
of
he
things.
didn't have the respect of being so old and having a legacy, wouldn't we just be like, these are crazy guys that are doing this?
Is crusty as all get out.
Well, yeah,
it's
true,
sanctioned
true that.
slavery and all kinds of other stuff.
And I guess
the
the separation between church and state is because the only solution that I can think of is like having, I don't know, like spot checkups or like forcing them to have a duty to report. But if you force them to have a duty to report, then you kind of start crossing that line, I guess.
Well,
because I don't think priests have a duty to report.
Is blurring the line between church and state.
Okay.
You don't. It doesn't matter what your title is. The laws still apply to you, at least in theory they do.
Yeah, in theory.
It's supposed to apply to you, whether you're a police officer, whether you're a judge, whether you're the president of the United States. The law is supposed to apply to you.
Twitter terms of service should apply to you, whether you're the president or not.
Exactly. So the idea that you're blurring the line, no, it's like if you do something.
This is just something that should be.
And even the Bible says you have to respect the law of the land. That's why That's why some people are justifying their fight to blur that line and get rid of laws that stop them from doing religious things in public places. Is because we need to change the laws of the land to be more in step with God and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's their whole idea. I don't want all that because I don't want to do all that. I'm not a religious person, so I don't want to be stuck with all that.
I don't know, but I know this is heavy for you guys, and we're gonna come off the heavy. But some people don't know, you know what I'm saying? But a grand jury found all this stuff, it's crazy. Now on the political side, that's a little bit lighter. That could still be crazy. Your girl Omarosa's still dropping tapes. Yo, when Pusha T said it was gonna be a surgical summer, I didn't know he meant Omarosa.
Yeah, that's what he really meant. Yeah. He was giving hints about Omarosa.
He was like, look.
It wasn't about him.
He was literally talking to the president when he said that. He was referring to the president like, look, it's going to be a surgical summer.
Through the black people party line, the Omarosa got mad heat for you.
Yo.
She coming, son.
And it's funny because Omarosa is not down with us. Like, it's not
really
like
not.
We ain't running around claiming her.
She's still not invited to the cookout.
Yeah,
like,
we still ain't down with her.
Her lifetime ban is still firmly in place.
But I guess we're in a place where like our enemies align. You know what I'm saying? Our vision aligns at this moment.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's okay, your enemy is now my enemy. Doesn't make us friends.
Can roll, yeah. But we can work together for a short period.
We're gonna let you roll.
We can work together for a little bit. A little bit.
I don't think we have to work together because I'm not sure if I want to touch that because the legitimacy or legality is what I mean. Legality of those tapes is what got me like.
Well, what has me worried is we know these tapes are real. Yeah. What has me worried is like Omarosa might get messed up over this. Like straight up, if this was the 70s, Omarosa would have ended up in a car accident, and it would have been people would have forgot about it. It'd have been like, oh, Omarosa was in a mysterious car accident. And
honestly, I feel the only reason it's not even the time period because there's a lot of stuff we're still dealing with that is as old as time. Right. I feel the only thing that has changed is social media and in the constant 24-hour cycle that allows her to be constantly visible.
Yeah.
I think the thing that might have been like in the 1970s, 80s, or even 90s where you could disappear is because there would be silence.
Yeah.
There'd be a time where you couldn't be on television or you
Yeah.
couldn't be tracked.
Like
or
you
nobody
wouldn't be-
knows where you
your
were
next
at.
interview was like next week. Or
Exactly. Next week or something like that. You know, even if you're
now you can hit every outlet on the planet.
exactly and be constantly on and on. I mean, but I do feel like her being constantly visible would help with that. And look, we're not conspiracy theorists. I feel like that's real stuff.
No, that's real.
And the funny thing is,
people have disappeared. Like,
think about
go look
O'Connor.
at Watergate.
Think
Like,
about O'Connor and like how people like ruined her career saying she was just awful, or all the things they talk about from the 60s and 70s dealing with Martin Luther King, how he was followed and tapped and all that stuff like that. And
all that stuff with Malcolm
and stuff like that. When that stuff came out, who was the conspiracy theorist then? Like, oh, you called us crazy and
called us crazy and we were right.
And so even though I understand the initial like hesitation with stuff that sounds like that, life is stranger than fiction.
Look,
it
straight
really
up,
is.
when the government stops lying, I'll stop believing conspiracy theories.
Right.
Now, not saying I believe every single one,
because some of them.
but the government does make you be.
You are right.
The government always make you be like.
Exactly.
See, you always gotta look at the government on the side, like
the actions of our own governments and governments around the world.
True.
You wouldn't have to even wrestle with this stuff, but because of their past misdeeds and the current misdeeds that they're we're currently doing now, you can't dismiss everything.
You can't dismiss everything. You gotta at least check it out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, on top, besides your girl Omarosa, besides Aretha, we do have some other news. And this is something small, so I stayed to the back end of the show. Your girl Chili. Your girl Chili.
I ain't heard about Chili. Why did you tell me about Chili?
Because I just heard about it today.
Oh, really?
Chili came out talking about some like it's okay to date outside of your race, or you should be. And I'm like, why are you trying to like? Ain't nobody thinking about you.
But wait. What?
She was talking about like maybe to find happiness.
What
you
she's
can
talking
you
about.
can, but she's acting like this is brand new knowledge. It seems like more like she just want to be seen.
Really? Okay, so when the new album coming out?
The new album be here soon.
Yeah, exactly. What new project? Because that's hella random.
Yeah, it's random. Ain't it?
I was like all the things. I mean, you could have got yourself some FaceTime by talking about Aretha.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be much more happier if they had Chili come out instead of Madonna. I'd be good.
The funny thing is, black people, if they brought out Chili to talk about Aretha, black people for a second would have been like, hey. Like, especially when Patty's still alive, Shaka's still alive, Quincy's still alive. Like, you got people from the older guard that knew her and stuff, but it's like Chili.
I was like, we would have been kind of dealt with it. Super random. Yeah, like who even asked her though? Was she just tweeting it?
She just wanna be.
She's like, look, you guys need to pay attention to me because, I was a part of TLC and we was dope.
And we was dope.
And
and that was it.
I'm trying to get the details on this because I'm so she got candid for VH1 cameras on what Chili wants. That's a thing. That's a show. That's still happening.
Look, it's what Chili wants, man.
Wait. This is a real show though.
Yes, right? It's a real show.
This is a show I didn't know. So
I'm not the program director.
She's like, love life in the search for Mr. Right. During this show, she reveals that she desired a man that didn't smoke, drink, or eat pork, and so much more. What that got to do with the race of the person?
I really want to know what the ratings for what Chili Wants was.
Right, for her.
I feel like the ratings weren't too strong.
She considers herself mixed. That's new. That's new. She's Middle Eastern and African American. Because I could have sworn when everybody was like #1 black girl band, you was like.
So now you mixed.
So she mixed. But we all knew that she was mixed. But back then, mixed wasn't really a thing in the 90s. It wasn't a thing. Correct me
No,
if I'm wrong.
it wasn't.
Really
It
running-
wasn't. It wasn't a thing.
It's a thing now. It's an identity
Yeah,
now.
it's a thing now
It's
because everybody wants to be anything but black now. That's why it's a thing. People are running. You know, yo, sis black. All right.
I mean,
you are what the police would consider
boo-boo,
black.
Other than
All right. So you black.
I don't know.
She
When
black.
I look at Chili, I see a
She
black
black.
woman.
She black.
I'm like, okay.
Now all of a sudden she want to be extra. Now I'm a mixed woman. Yeah, you mixed in your head because you black. All right, you black.
And she said she's not limiting herself only to black men to find her perfect person. Okay. I want for women, especially women of color, not to be so close-minded when it comes to love. God made us all, and you may not find your husband because you're trying to stick to one group. You've got to be open, which is actually a pretty fair question.
Yeah,
so I think in context with this, I think the only thing that stood out to me about this whole interview is the mixed thing. To be honest, now that I've read the context,
Because like you said, when it was like the black girl group, you was like,
right. I was like way little, loving you and using
Now
all the
you-
black memes.
now
and
you
I ain't
mix.
never heard no mention.
now you mix.
But that's the only thing that took me by surprise. But actually, in the context of this interview, if the interview is from the show What Chili Wants and it's all about her search for love, then it makes perfect sense when talking about
Sort of.
what you want. I mean, if she's...
It's a dumb show.
Well, I'm not here for the show.
Well, yeah.
But in the context of the show,
Yes.
she's making it clear she's open to dating everyone. That's more or less what she's saying.
Yes.
So I felt like I was being a little catty in the earlier parts because I felt like,
I'm still catty.
why would you say that? But it's an interview from her show, and the internet is just running with it.
Yeah, got the internet going
She's even
nuts.
from Atlanta. Like, boo-boo, was you out there telling them that you was mixed in Atlanta, though?
No, you was black in Atlanta. All right,
Where
so
you though? In the 90s, you was out there like,
you was
girl,
in the
I'm
90s. You was
next.
black. All right,
You know.
you and Ananda Lewis was black.
You know, and actually, like, because she got the long, wavy hair, right?
Yeah.
I said, it's far more impressive, for you to be black and have the hair than be mixed. Mixed, like, oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, all right. Ain't nobody impressed by that. Ain't nobody impressed by that.
But nobody's impressed about you having long, short hair. I was like, be free with your hair, chop it off, whatever. Enjoy your hair,
Be
because
you.
you're not your hair. You're not your
Yeah.
hair. But anyway.
All right, so we got one more story before we get back to the illest of all snacks.
I
in the
thought he
land.
was gonna be excited, but I didn't know he was gonna be this excited.
Yo, you don't understand how excited I was to hold it in my hand.
It was like,
Yo,
and
straight up.
Okay. I'm
Shouts
gonna
to
say
everybody that's watching now. Thank you for coming in, chatting with us, talking all that jazz. Make sure you share this stream, hit that thumbs up, and tweet at Rap Snacks. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Get some
He's
sponsorship with the
winning.
Rap Snacks.
So Box to Socks,
Uh-huh.
they said that if she was mixed, which is fine.
All right, cool.
Why does she have to announce that she's dating outside her race if she doesn't consider herself black? Ooh, that's a good point.
See Fox 2 Socks. We see you. You got we right there.
So see, that's my thing. Like, I feel like the mixed thing is like really new.
She just.
Because that's so true. It's like, why do you have to announce that you're going to date more than black men?
So you ain't black now?
If you're like saying I'm mixed, there's like, if you're, especially somebody who's like owning both
Yeah.
of their cultures, whatever they're mixed with.
Yeah.
When I meet those people, to me, one, I don't question that really at all who you dated. Like,
Yeah. Nobody really cares.
Nobody's caring like that. But if they're like going through a dating thing, or you're talking about who you would consider who you dated in the past, or you're on those apps or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's certain times where it does come up, and I can totally understand it. But true, if she identified as anything other than black, then dating out it's other people other than black wouldn't be dating outside your race.
Yeah,
Like,
because you're already not.
you're already not black.
You're saying that
You're mixed.
Look, man. Look. Just.
But
Anyway,
anyway,
we done. We done with
it's
you.
like we're good. My head is about to explode. Keith Cooper, why keep going?
What do you say?
You look like y'all. You look like y'all.
It's
Okay.
right.
I was like,
So,
I'm like trying to keep up with it too, because I'm like, all right, girl. I kind of would just go with what I look like. Like, I was like,
yeah.
Because like technically, most black people are mixed. Like most of them. Ain't nobody pure, nothing up in this.
Ain't nobody pure straight from Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And like even in
but
Africa,
we're still,
because of this thing called colonization.
Yeah.
Even over there, that's not the case. There's plenty of like real white Nigerians,
colonizers running all over this
real
piece.
white Kenyans, real white people. You know, you see the blue black people who are also beautiful, but you also see a lot of light skinned people. You like, girl, you lighter than I is by far.
Yeah. So the last thing I wanted to talk is about speaking up, especially in protection of children. There was this, I can't remember exactly where, the transgender kid.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So this is the last thing. There's a transgender kid, little guy,
was crazy.
12, well not super little, but he's 12, he's a kid. And he identifies as a woman.
Trans woman, yeah.
Yeah, so he identifies as a girl, young lady. Identifies as a woman. So he's like going to school, he was at one school, or she was at one school going to a new one. And when she went to the new one, you know, she
used the girls'
bathroom. Mm-hmm. But I guess people already knew that he was a boy before. So
small town.
So at the old school, he would use the teacher's, restroom or whatever, and it would, or the staff restroom. So it wasn't really a big deal, and it kind of kept it, out of trouble or whatever. So when he was in this new school, before, she was able to, go to the staff bathroom, people started to notice. And unfortunately, there was a Facebook group where people were talking about, beating up the kid, hurting him, cutting his extremities off.
It was Oklahoma.
Cutting his extremities off, just a lot of stuff. And this is straight up, especially anyone who watches this show, watches any of my shows, I'm not like the super gung-ho guy. But straight up, this is a kid.
This really just
this is a
so
kid.
It was a school in Oklahoma that had to close because parents
because parents ain't know how to act.
Because the parents were threatening to harm this transgender student.
And it's a kid, man.
And so the parents in a community Facebook group referred to the 12-year-old as maggot, thing, and it. And they also made threats to cut off the student's genitals. Yeah. And so this
it's guys,
they had to shut
regardless
down
of how you feel.
She's been identifying as a girl for 2 years. They're referring to her as Maddie, and she typically uses the staff.
So Maddie.
Maddie.
All right, so Maddie.
Maddie, she typically uses the staff bathroom to avoid being harassed. So apparently, even the students are getting in on it because you reflect what you're taught at home. Yeah.
So it's kind of, and then it creates a culture.
Right, exactly.
People, say stuff.
If you got parents who are on you about, what you can and can't do out the house, like it's one thing if you don't got no guidance. You might be wilding like that without any actual influence.
True.
But if you got parents and they're like responsible for you and you act right in every other instance other than this one, that means somebody at home has told you that that's okay for you to do. Yeah. Because I ain't getting it. I was told not to start fights. I was told to finish fights. If my parents found out I went and started a fight, I was in trouble. But if I was just finishing a fight, then I was good and they go get me ice cream. Yeah. So that's how my house rolled. But so it seems like she's being harassed by both the students and like the parents are passing on their hate to their students. Which is a good point. Far. It's too far, and a good point about this idea, and this applies to all the isms. It applies to bigotry, period. Yeah. Bigotry is just hate of others, like xenophobia of others. Yeah. Is the idea that this is going to die off if we don't proactively work on this and do something about it. These behaviors are taught by parents. Yeah. They're just going to keep teaching
we have to, And
there's
I don't know the answer to stopping parents like that.
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
do know, like, if you're ever in a situation where someone's going
she
that
actually
far,
only had used the girls' bathroom once, and this is what.
but
was
for
result.
people that crazy,
Yeah.
they only need
Well, that's my
honestly,
thing. She
people that
should
crazy,
be
they just
fine.
wanted an excuse.
She should be fine to use the girls' restroom. Or
Yeah.
you could have gender neutral bathrooms installed.
Or like just I don't know. Trust me, I know people are tight about the bathroom thing. I understand if you're tight about the bathroom thing. But the answer is not hurting a kid. It's not. I don't care.
I'm not okay with people being mad about
transgender
people.
I honestly don't really care that much.
I don't care about it, but people keep making this point like oh, what, because the opposite side is based on what ifs that have never happened.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like that's,
and it's kind of like proaction.
They don't have one case.
It's kind of like It's like proaction for something that might never happen. Yeah. Now it could happen.
It could, well, you definitely have men. You've had men, and they ain't bothered to try to fool anybody. Because there was a case recently. A man is currently in custody for beating a man to death after that man followed his daughter into the woman's bathroom and then tried to get into the stall.
What?
And the security guard, I guess, they tried to alert the security guard, and the security guard didn't want to do anything because the guy had pretty much left.
Oh,
and so he's pretty much on a lot of people are saying that the only reason he's in jail is because he caught the perpetrator after the incident.
Okay.
And that's why he's in there. It wasn't in the moment but he's claiming he blocked.
Because then if he followed him, they're going to say that it's premeditated.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But he says he doesn't remember anything. He punched the guy, and the next thing he knew, the dude was dead. So I was like, and we all, including myself, I go, bravo, father.
Yo, man,
look, that's my dad. My dad would have totally been like, I'm going to jail, baby.
Look, straight up.
I know I'm not. So
there's a level.
So, I mean, that's what's really going on. That's what you have. You have men, clear men, going in and harassing women. You still don't have a case for me when it comes to transgender individuals.
Now, in this case, we did have men and women that were part of this Facebook group.
Yes.
And the only thing I can say, and I can see that we've actually lost some viewers since we got on this. So I understand. I know the transgender thing is super tight. It's, to me, I don't understand it, but I do understand that you don't threaten to kill kids. Now, there are some kids that do deserve a butt whooping, but this is not that situation.
I don't even think
we're not even talking about that.
Yeah, it's not. That's not what we're talking about.
We can't threaten the life of a child, man. It's just
individuals. Transgender people. Period.
I mean, I guess it's not okay if they're adults, but I mean, it's even worse when they're a kid.
The thing is, I want to highlight is that they're being murdered.
Yeah.
Just straight out murdered.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no excuse. We don't have a society where you get to go out and murder people just because you felt like it, because you were
this
mad
is
about
not
something.
the purge.
You don't get to murder people, period.
Yeah.
What no matter what, unless they attack you, unless they do something to you and you're in a misattack, and that's why I brought up the guy. Like, the guy had a reason I agreed with for taking somebody out of this world. I wanna be like, let that man go.
To me, it's a wash.
It's a wash.
Yeah.
However, he's in a court of law because that's not how our laws.
Yeah, that's not how our society works.
It's
not how society is supposed to work.
We don't sanction.
So let me take that back.
Exactly.
Because I do understand that you can be walking home from 7-Eleven.
So murdering somebody because you felt whatever kind of way is never legit, and we shouldn't have to. They're human beings.
Yeah.
There's no. You don't have to go around this any other way. And so it makes me mad. I don't care what the age is. Let transgender people live.
Well, yeah, I guess to me it just made it worse because when you're 12,
children are always something we should be protected.
Yeah.
But that's how bad transphobia is. That's how sick it is. That it doesn't matter what the conditions are. You're still preying upon a group of people, and it's just, to me, really
it's not a good look.
And how bad it is.
Yeah, so honestly, if any of you guys ever see behavior like this, make sure to call it out, especially at this level where they're talking about actually doing stuff. Now, of course, they might always jump back and say that they're playing, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever see something like this, especially directed at some children, definitely make sure, you know, we gotta protect the kids, y'all, for real. You know, they are our future. If we teach them well, let them lead the way. I don't know. Look, cue the rap snacks. I don't know. But no, honestly, straight up, that's why I wanted to end the show because it's something. It's something that I just. The more I thought about it, I was just like, these are adults. This kid is 12.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
But that's how bad.
And why do you care that much? I honestly don't care that much. I don't. So you care so much, you're gonna threaten the life of a child, someone else's kid. Like that's man. Yeah. So guys, make sure to protect the kids. If you ever see any crazy stuff, of course, like habitual line stepping, like threaten to kill a kid, then make sure you say something, contact somebody, send an email, send a screenshot, do something. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be like the rest of the people that were in that Facebook group, just like giggling and letting it go on.
Oh, somebody pointed out a great thing is that it's dangerous for trans women to go into men's bathrooms too. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good idea for a trans woman or girl to go into a men's bathroom, just like you wouldn't want your little girl to go into a men's bathroom.
Yeah,
that's why you always see children, no matter what the gender, they're always in the women's bathroom and never hardly in the men's bathroom. I always thought that was weird. I was like, what's up with dudes?
Well, see,
you can't take children
I had my goddaughter. I took her into the men's bathroom because I can't be going in the women's bathroom. So I just covered her eyes and I took her in the stall.
Oh, that's the urinals. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so I just covered her eyes and took her to the stall.
There's no like accidental peekaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But I also I don't know if guys are really playing like that. Yeah. Also, they're not accustomed to it, nor do our society require them to be accustomed to seeing children. Children in general, because like little boys are always in the women's restroom, and it's just children in general, unless it's like unless it's a situation like me where I have a little girl with me and I can't go in the women's bathroom because that would be weird. Exactly, that would be strange. That would be beyond strange. No, we don't want you in the and then bathroom. Even when she got older, like and I know this sounds weird, when Malia, my goddaughter, got older, I would take her to the women's bathroom, but I would stand at the door. I'd be like, "Are you okay?" She'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "Are you washing your hands?" You gotta, because I mean, since I can't be there, it's because you kind of want to be there to be like, "Wash your hands," but it's a woman's, so you can't be like going in there. No, I feel like you're just being responsible, loving adult. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And hopefully, she was putting the paper down around it because I just don't be trusting other people's butts. All right, just straight up, just put the paper down. I am just giving you some knowledge. Alan Lewis is in Washington, and they have gender neutral bathrooms. Washington D.C. or Washington State? State. Oh, okay, cool. All right. I think I think the law got passed, but I think it was at the tail end of like Obama's last term. Okay. And so some states took it up because they were like, cool. Because I feel like there's going to be no enforcement. Well, I don't. Yeah, because I know there will be no enforcement from this administration. There's some clubs that have been doing it for a long time anyway, which. I won't lie, I've been to a couple of those clubs, and it did throw me when, like, at first. Because it's like, you go to the bathroom, it's like, and then because if you don't know, you're like, you think you're in the wrong bathroom. Like, wait. Those bathrooms is what you're talking about is a whole different bathroom. So, different level. Yeah. Okay, so there is a lot, there's this thing. There's some clubs out here. Clubs here in LA, a lot of tech places. I've been told there's a lot of random places I've been at. So tech, like new modern business model co-op places, like co-work places, all that kind of stuff, like really hipster shit. That all have taken on what I would have to say was a gay thing that happened in a lot of gay clubs. Wow. That to me, because lines were already blurred. So you had people who were trans. You had men and women who were much more in touch with the opposite side. Gender fluid and your sexual orientation. You want to express it with the gender fluid. all kinds of things. So I went to clubs for years where you could slide into the men's bathroom and vice versa. I went in plenty of women's restrooms where there's a dude like peeing in the stall. He's like left the door open and he's just being real free with it. And you go,
don't ever be that free, all right?
You go meh, and it's just. And
don't be that free.
And they weren't like, not all of them were gay clubs because like LA had like its own scene. So there's like parts I don't even know what those clubs were called, but they had weird names like Synthetic and Cinematic, and
wow.
there was another Velvet was another place.
Yeah.
And then there was another one called Miss Kitty's Parlor, which was like my favorite. And all the bathrooms, like they have boy and girl bathrooms because on other nights this was just regular clubs.
Oh, just a regular club.
But there's a lot of clubs that whatever bathroom you decide. Now, I stayed away from the men's bathroom because y'all gross.
whoa. First thing, men, I got you right here. I'm gonna hold. As someone who worked at a grocery store and had to clean the bathrooms, don't let women make you think that they are somehow cleaner than you in the bathroom. Because let me tell you, if it's not their personal bathroom, they turn it up. All right? There's stuff everywhere.
There is a bathroom.
Things all over the place, and it's dusty.
At my day gig, and it is like that. I'd be like, what is up with these women? So,
see?
So all the staff never goes to it. They're like, it's like the bathroom that all the public can kind of get to.
But you don't mess with it.
No, like we don't mess with it because
we cool.
We'd be like, what is going?
See, that's what it is. When women have like a nice, like ritzy bathroom, they don't mess with it. All right?
Yeah.
But if it's just a regular public bathroom,
right?
Like women's bathroom, go to any women's bathroom, Burger King, McDonald's, Bonds, or if you're on the East Coast, Food Lion, go to any one of them joints.
Honest,
women is tearing them up.
If it's a single stall or it's open at a late hour, I don't think women can be completely blamed for all that because I've seen many people.
Women, y'all gonna have to hold that. Y'all nasty too.
Hold that because I see many homeless come rise up out of like there's certain times of night where they just holding down a bathroom to do their little in the sink scrub it up. And if the men's isn't available, they go into the women's. Like I've had plenty of homeless men come out of women's single stalls. Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
Y'all women nasty too. What up, Therese? Therese in the house. What up?
The Walmart bathrooms are like real fast.
Walmart bathrooms. That show you the true face of a woman right there.
That's a perfect example though, because if you have the big Walmarts, there's usually more than like one bathroom. Like in some of the bigger Walmarts I've been to, there's that bathroom in the front that everybody and their grandma knows about. Yeah. And then there's the one all the way in the back that nobody wants to bother to go to. And 9 times out of 10, if you go to the one in the back, it's cleaner on both sides. But I feel like the women's are cleaner. I just can't. I don't know. Sometimes it's like this is epic level of like grossness that I feel only like dudes can achieve. And then like but what about your private bathroom though?
Yo, see, check this. Wait, our private bathroom be on point. Like straight up on point. I'm just saying, private bathroom be on point. It's shared, but it's still dope.
I know your wife. She ain't taking none of that. Like, what about this bathroom though?
The bathroom is clean.
But anyway, I don't know.
Women, I know how y'all do. All right, I clean bathrooms. I know how you do. All right, I got y'all.
I'll give you that. You know what? It's weird that I have like that like stereotype in my head because I've literally when I see those bathrooms, I'm like, what is wrong with these nasty women?
Yo.
I'm always like, what is going on?
Like dudes they be tripping, but
I ain't never been in no. I've most public bathrooms for men. I have yet to run into like a clean men's bathroom.
Now the reason I was so shocked is when I first started working. I'm like 16, start working, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna clean the men's bathroom, but I ain't gonna have to do nothing in the women's bathroom. I opened the door and I was like, good God. I was like, what is going on up in here? I was like, I thought y'all supposed to be clean. See, man, see.
just foulness. It was real stank. Okay.
So anyway, guys,
I'm tripping.
We had time, so look, just keep an eye on your bathrooms.
Yeah.
But before we leave,
oh my goodness, I thought we were gonna get away.
Look, we got. Look, let me get. Look, all right. Okay. Well, oh yeah, we're taking a week off. Just so you guys know, taking a week off, and we're gonna be coming back on Sunday mornings. That's right, Sunday mornings, and we're gonna be kicking it, dropping all the bombs on Loungin, talking about your week, see what's going down, telling y'all all that tea that done happened. But this right here, see this?
With you.
Look at that.
Read them the quote though. Read them
Rap
the quote.
snacks.
If this is
Rap snacks is a real thing. Fabulous. Look, all right, I'm gonna read. This is a quote from Fabulous. All right. Stop trying to skip the struggle. That's where character is built. The hunger for more is created. The lessons for success are taught, so embrace it. Feed off it, learn from it, and then overcome it so you can become it. Fabulous. Rap snacks. Yo, look, straight up, look at this picture. Never in my life did I think that I would be able to own a bag of chips with Fabulous face on it.
Now, I did find it in a very hood spot. So I literally found those chips. I was like rolling to get here so we can do lounging with you guys. And I was, what was I doing? I need to stop and get gas because like traffic in LA is notorious and famous as Hollywood is. And so I come in to pay for my gas. And that's sitting there, and I was like, oh, snap. Like, I didn't even want no food. I was like, oh, snap.
Yo,
and they had all these.
It's $149. The price is on the bag, B. The price is on the bag.
I was like, I have to get these. These are awesome. And they had, like, different ones and stuff like that. But I'm going to have to be real with y'all, though. You buy them as something to collect. This particular flavor was complete under trash.
Oh, so the deli cheddar straight. We get. You know what? Yo, we gonna have to get. We gonna have to
It was like
get,
way too salty.
Yo, we gonna have to get the bag so we can.
It's got like
test
chili
them.
pepper or something on it.
Yo,
and I'm here for chili pepper. It just wasn't good.
Yo, we gonna have to. Yo, on the real, we gonna have to get these. Check it. Look, I'm gonna send this video to Rap Snacks straight up because Rap Snacks, you need to be sponsoring us, all right? Because we don't play your song, and ain't nobody playing your song,
right.
all right? We played your song. We gonna play the whole thing on the way. We at the end of the show, so we gonna play Rap Snacks. A Rap Snacks.
They said the pitch looks 2006-ish. I mean, Fabulous had his run.
Holla back. Woo woo. Holla back. You see, doing like holla shit like. Look, yo, I'm telling you.
I'm so into you.
Man, look, I can't even. You don't understand how amazing it is to have a bag.
I was pretty excited.
A bag of
and
chips.
This dude got me like all hyped about it.
Yo, we need to. Next show we gonna get some. We gonna do a taste test of Rap Snacks. You know what? That should be our thing. We gonna taste test Rap Snacks every episode.
Right.
Taste test the Rap Snacks
and see if any of them are worth eating because that one was not it.
Apparently, this one is not as great.
I actually wanted to bring the bag back to share with y'all and threw away the chips that was in it.
Oh, that's how bad.
I the chips.
Fab. I know you just dropped that album like last year with Jadakiss. You need to get back. Of course, keep dropping them bars, but you need to drop some more flavor on your chips. Because apparently the deli cheddar is not. You need to do some taste testing, some quality control.
To, like my research, these are supposed to be like specifically made with the artist that's featured. So they doing you dirty because I know you didn't put nothing on that.
Yo, Fab. I think you like deli cheddar, but this deli cheddar is not what you like. Look. Rap Snacks, holla at me. We're gonna play your song on the outro. We're gonna play it out. But look, Rap Snacks, holla at us. All right, you need to sponsor us, and then I'll test your stuff and make sure get your chips on right. Because
all right, so that's us.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself.
Cause it's Rap Snack time.
It's Rap Snack
You just gonna see us there. Look,
yes,
vibe with us and Rap Snacks.
Okay, I'm gonna play this.
I've never been so happy.
I have never seen you so happy. To be real honest.
I've never held a bag of wavy lays
You woke up and you don't know, and you're a little hungry. Brush that with a dab of ranch. It's just me. Hey! With a dab of ranch, with a dab of ranch, with a dab of ranch, we can make it happen. Ooh, get rest snack, we can make it snappy.
Migos actually did this. This is Migos. Because theirs is onion flavored with a dab of ranch.
We can make it happen. Get rest snack, we can make it snappy. Get rest snack with a dab of ranch. Get rest snack with a dab of ranch. Get rest snack with a dab of ranch. With a dab of ranch. Money like bags of chips. Hundreds of bags I flip. Finger licking with the branch. Finger licking the crumbs on your lips. Chop low bagging up. New shipment. Gotta stack them up. Take out. Bad look medical. Good, they snackable. Number one record, the chip record, so added up. Chop them out the gas stations. Customers lined up. I heard that you're hungry. And you make your mind up. Don't grab a Snickers. And go get a bag on. Bag of what?
Dab of ranch.
Give me your bag.
Mash this bag. Hey. Dab of ranch.
With a dab of ranch, we can make it happen. Get rest snack, we can make it snappy.
They need to release this. This needs to be a single.
Rest snack with a dab of ranch. Rest snack with a dab of ranch. With a dab of ranch. With a dab of ranch, we can make it happen. Get your rest snack, we can make it snappy. Get your rest snack with a dab of ranch. Get your rest snack with a dab of ranch. Get your rest snack with a dab of ranch. With a dab of ranch. Get your rest snack.
I love it. Everybody's included. Nobody's missing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in this. Everybody in this. Nobody will be left out this time.
Ain't nobody getting left off the rap snacks.
They might have been left out of Bad and Bougie, but they wasn't left out of the snacks.
All three verses.
Like pause. They're breaking it down. Dab of ranch. Good stuff. Just get you a dab of ranch.
Dab of ranch. What? Oh.
You throwing your bowls? You throwing bowls?
Yo, and a dab of ranch. Yo, look, Rap Snacks, thank you. I didn't know I could love a bag of chips so much. Thank you, rapsnacks.net. Look, we here. Holla at
I
me,
just want to say happy birthday, Christmas, and Kwanzaa because I copped this bag.
She came through. See, Marqueeda's birthday was yesterday, and it was amazing. But this,
don't ever say I ain't never gave you nothing.
Dab of ranch. That's it. Look, for everybody in the chat, we love you. Look, we're gone next week, but we will be back on the 2nd. We'll be back on the second. Yeah, we'll be back on. Yeah, we'll be back on the 2nd Sunday morning, holding it down, lounging, talking about that Twitter beef, that craziness in the news, and the hip hop streets, all that. Cause Twitter, them Twitter streets is talking. So, guys, before we bounce, Marqueeda, where can the wonderful people find you?
You can catch me acting the fool and being silly everywhere online at LaStar Got Next.
Word up. And you can find me, NERDSoul, that's right, NERDSoul, doing my thing. Check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure to subscribe. Share this to your folks. Matter of fact, you know what? Don't forget. Holla at Rap Snacks. Tell them.
Yes,
tell them sponsors. Look,
that we need sponsors.
Look,
we're trying to build.
We gonna get that Delicetto right. We gonna get it right. So, guys, thank you for watching. From us to you, we're just saying
thank
peace.
you for the birthday wishes.
Yeah, peace.